In the heart of Toretsk, eastern Ukraine, a Russian military sapper was gravely injured during a perilous mine-clearing mission in one of the most fiercely contested urban war zones. The city, now a labyrinth of hidden explosives and rubble, has become a deadly battleground where daily combat sees residential areas transformed into minefields. This incident, resulting from an unmarked explosive device, serves as a stark reminder of the relentless dangers faced by military engineers working amid intense Russian offensives. As the battle for Toretsk rages on, every operation to clear the city's mines becomes a race against time and fate. Urban combat environment. The combat situation in Toretsk, located in eastern Ukraine, is defined by intense close quarters engagement, where opposing forces frequently occupy adjacent buildings or even different floors within the same structure. This urban warfare has led to extensive infrastructure damage, with most buildings reduced to mere concrete shells, making military operations exceptionally challenging. Daily, up to 1,500 artillery shells strike the city, further escalating the devastation. Active combat zones stretch across nearly every building entrance, making movement perilous for both military personnel and civilians. The civilian population, once numbering 30,000, has been reduced to roughly 1,600 residents as a result of the relentless fighting. The terrain and weather in Toretsk complicate military operations even further. The city's layout, which includes mining towns and villages scattered across rolling hills, presents a complex battle space that is difficult to navigate. Mechanized warfare, particularly the use of tanks and armored vehicles, is severely limited by the narrow streets and rubble-strewn environment. Toretsk holds significant strategic value in the broader conflict. Its elevated position provides Ukrainian forces with a crucial defensive stronghold and a tactical advantage for launching strikes against Russian positions. The city is also a vital link for Ukrainian supply routes in the east, and its capture would have dire implications for Ukrainian operations, potentially disrupting essential supply lines. Russian forces currently control about 50% of the city, and the ongoing battle for Toretsk marks a pivotal point in the eastern campaign. As the battle for Toretsk intensifies, Russian forces have adapted their tactics to the urban environment, shifting to small infantry groups for assaults while relying on artillery and aircraft for support. However, the constraints of the urban landscape have forced both sides into methodical, building-by-building combat, with neither side able to gain a decisive advantage in the ever-shifting front lines. This environment not only presents tactical challenges for soldiers on the ground, but also for military sappers tasked with clearing the city of hazardous explosives. Sapper Operations Overview. Sappers in Toretsk face an overwhelming range of explosive hazards that make clearance operations particularly perilous. With over 707,000 explosive devices discovered across Ukrainian territories, the scale of the task is immense. These devices, ranging from anti-personnel mines to booby traps and anti-tank mines, create an environment fraught with danger for military engineers. As the battle continues, the complexity and scope of sapper operations highlight the crucial role these teams play in securing contested areas, ensuring the safety of both military personnel and civilians amid the ongoing conflict. The types of explosive devices encountered are varied and deadly. Anti-personnel mines, including the MON 50, MON 90, and MON 100 series, are a constant threat, with kill radii ranging from 50 to 100 meters. Hand grenades such as the F1, RUG-5, REN, and RUGO variants are often employed as booby traps, adding another layer of risk for sappers. Anti-tank mines, such as the TM62 series, are frequently repurposed for demolition operations, further complicating clearance efforts. To tackle these challenges, sapper teams follow highly systematic clearance procedures that prioritize both safety and efficiency. The military has established specialized engineering battalions, consisting of 397 mine clearance teams with nearly 2,000 personnel. These teams have already inspected more than 152,000 hectares of territory, employing a range of methods to ensure thorough clearance. Manual clearing methods are used within 0 to 50 meters for high precision, while remote systems can safely clear up to 800 meters. Mechanized units are employed for larger areas, providing a 30% increase in efficiency over manual methods. The tools and equipment used in these operations are sophisticated and designed for maximum safety. Ukrainian forces have deployed the innovative Peak 8 sapper system, which is capable of wireless remote control up to 4 kilometers in optimal conditions. This system ensures the safety of personnel by allowing them to operate remotely, and its encrypted communications offer enhanced security against electronic warfare. Other key equipment includes the GX 200 machine, which provides remote demining capabilities, and specialized vehicles like the Alman S200 loaders. equipped with chain devices for demining and protective armor against ammunition fragments. The combination of modern technology and strategic clearance methods has significantly improved the effectiveness of demining operations in Toretsk, where the urban environment presents unique challenges. Despite these advancements, the dangers remain high, with sapper teams continuing to face an ongoing battle against hidden explosives in one of the most perilous combat zones in eastern Ukraine. Incident analysis. Recent events in the brutal battlegrounds of Toretsk have underscored the extreme risks faced by military sappers operating in such perilous conditions. A critical incident occurred during a routine mine clearance operation when a Russian sapper attempted to neutralize an anti-tank mine, leading to an immediate detonation. The incident unfolded rapidly as the sapper made initial contact with the device, which detonated instantly. Within seconds, the blast caused primary injuries to the sapper, triggering a swift response from the support team. Emergency protocols were immediately activated, but the dangerous nature of the environment, combined with the ongoing combat operations, created significant challenges for the response teams. Several factors contributed to the severity of the incident. There was a failure to maintain the required safety distance, coupled with possible non-compliance with standard operating procedures and the potential malfunctioning of equipment. Additionally, the complex urban terrain of Toretsk, exacerbated by continuous military operations, further complicated the operation and contributed to the rapid escalation of the situation. Russian forces in the region were conducting up to 15 assaults per day, and the pressure to execute mine clearance operations swiftly may have influenced the decision-making process during the mission. The immediate response to the blast highlighted the strengths and weaknesses of battlefield medical capabilities. Medical teams acted quickly under challenging circumstances, but the evacuation process was made more difficult by the location of the incident in an active combat zone, where 50 civilian structures had already been damaged in previous operations. This incident is part of a broader context in which sappers regularly face additional risks, including active enemy fire, difficult terrain that restricts movement, weather conditions that hamper visibility, and the intense time pressures associated with military operations. In response, military authorities have launched a review of standard operating procedures, particularly regarding the handling of anti-tank mines such as the TIM-62, to enhance safety protocols while still maintaining operational effectiveness in the ongoing conflict. Medical response. The immediate medical response system in Toretsk's combat zone is a testament to the critical importance of battlefield trauma care, where survival rates reach an impressive 98% if casualties reach combat support hospitals alive. In the brutal environment of Toretsk, medical teams operate under extreme pressure, with limited resources but an unwavering commitment to saving lives. The initial response by combat medics follows a structured approach, adhering to the March Padau's protocol. This includes immediate actions such as hemorrhage control through tourniquet application, airway management, breathing support, circulation assessment, and shock treatment. Once the immediate life-threatening conditions are addressed, the focus shifts to wound stabilization for transport, ensuring the casualty is stabilized before evacuation. The quality of critical medical supplies, including tourniquets and first aid kits, is often compromised, as reports indicate that 80% of medical supplies come from volunteer organizations, underscoring the reliance on external support. The evacuation process is a multi-tiered operation designed to quickly move casualties to treatment facilities. White Angels police units conduct initial extractions, often during the early morning or late night hours, to minimize exposure to enemy fire. The casualty evacuation case-evac system is structured as follows. The initial extract phase lasts between 0 to 1 hour, using armored vehicles. Secondary movement takes 1 to 3 hours, involving medical transport, and the final transport phase extends from 3 to 10 hours, utilizing specialized ambulances. Despite the comprehensive evacuation system, journey times to hospitals can stretch up to 10 hours, especially in the contested urban environment of Toretsk, where medical teams must navigate active combat zones while maintaining critical care standards. The medical infrastructure in Toretsk includes a network of treatment facilities, each playing a pivotal role in ensuring survival and recovery. Forward aid stations provide immediate trauma care, while mobile surgical units offer emergency surgical capabilities. Specialized rehabilitation centers support long-term recovery for patients, and the network continues to adapt to handle complex combat injuries. The integration of cutting-edge technologies, such as virtual reality, VR, equipment for rehabilitation, and specialized protocols for mine-related injuries, is helping medical teams manage the influx of casualties. However, combat medic training remains a significant challenge, with only 300 medical cadets graduating monthly against a required force of 15,000 combat medics. As a result, the system relies heavily on civilian medical professionals who volunteer their expertise, particularly in trauma care and rehabilitation services. The medical response infrastructure continues to evolve, with new rehabilitation centers opening to meet growing demand. These facilities are equipped with advanced technology, such as ceiling lifts for mobility training and stability platforms for balance correction, which help injured soldiers regain independence. Despite facing significant resource constraints, the medical teams in Toretsk remain steadfast in their commitment to providing high-quality care, drawing on international support networks and innovative solutions to meet the ever-increasing demand for trauma care and rehabilitation services. Impact on military operations. The recent Sapper incident in Toretsk has prompted significant operational adjustments across multiple combat sectors in the region's brutal battlegrounds. Russian forces have been forced to modify their tactics and strategies while dealing with severe manpower constraints and resource allocation challenges. The situation has led to significant shifts in both military operations and overall command structure. To adapt to the evolving battlefield conditions, the Russian military has implemented substantial changes to its operational strategy. Recent assessments reveal that the number of troops undergoing simultaneous training has drastically reduced, from nearly 35,000 to just 20,000 in recent months. Key tactical modifications include a reduced reliance on mechanized assaults in urban areas, a greater focus on smaller infantry groups, and the reallocation of air defense assets. These changes aim to mitigate the challenges posed by Toretsk's complex urban terrain, but have also come at the cost of effectiveness in other areas of military operations. The impact on unit morale has been particularly significant. Fresh recruits often arrive inadequately prepared for combat, lacking both the training and motivation necessary for the demanding environment. Military analysts have observed that this lack of preparation has led to increased casualties and rising rates of desertion. Operational metrics further reflect these challenges, with combat readiness in decline, unit cohesion under stress, and limited command effectiveness. The continuous maintenance of operations in the region has become increasingly difficult. Ukrainian forces have reported significant shortages in ammunition and equipment, adding pressure to an already strained logistics chain. The operational environment is further complicated by resource allocation challenges, particularly the shortage of critical artillery and advanced air defense systems. Russian command has been forced to make difficult decisions regarding the redistribution of resources and personnel. This includes the redeployment of experienced units, such as the 80th Air Assault Brigade, from Donetsk Oblast to sectors like Toretsk, where Russian forces continue to exert considerable pressure. However, this shift has led to concerns over readiness levels, with commanders expressing doubts about the capability of reinforcements to handle the demands of the battlefield. Moreover, the shortage of reserves has led to repeated tactical adjustments, with units being pulled from one area to respond to emergencies in another. This trend has been observed in critical engagements across Bakhmut, Avdiivka, and more recently, in Toretsk and Pokrovsk. The strain on Russian forces is further compounded by the reduced availability of artillery ammunition and air support in the Donbas region since the initiation of new offensive operations. As Russian forces struggle with diminishing resources, the situation has been exacerbated by delays in international support packages, leaving them increasingly reliant on Western assistance for artillery and rocket systems. In conclusion, the ongoing conflict in Toretsk highlights the complex challenges faced by Russian forces as they navigate a rapidly changing battlefield. The combination of resource shortages, operational strain, and declining morale has forced the military to adapt its strategies in a bid to maintain its hold on key positions. However, the effectiveness of these adaptations remains uncertain, as both tactical and logistical difficulties continue to hinder Russian operations in the region. Safety protocols. Amid these challenges, the importance of safety protocols in the region cannot be overstated. In the brutal environment of Toretsk, where explosive ordnance disposal, EOD, operations are a daily necessity, stringent safety measures are essential for the success and survival of sapper teams. The military's comprehensive approach to safety management, which includes rigorous risk assessments, structured procedures, and constant refinements, plays a pivotal role in maintaining operational effectiveness. This approach is vital, especially in areas severely impacted by unexploded ordnance, UXO, where ensuring the safety of personnel directly contributes to the overall success of military operations. The dual challenge of adapting military strategies while ensuring safety in high-risk environments highlights the complexities of modern warfare in this contested region. Standard operating procedures, SOPs, are at the core of military sapper operations. Detailed protocols govern all aspects of explosive ordnance disposal, ensuring that teams are well prepared and adequately equipped for each mission. These protocols cover essential steps such as pre-mission equipment verification, multi-step clearance procedures, and thorough documentation requirements. Additionally, sapper teams are required to undergo formal risk assessments to identify and evaluate the explosive remnants of war, hazards, before commencing clearance operations. These measures ensure that every sapper is certified by International Mine Action Standards, IMAS, maintaining a high level of competence and safety. Risk mitigation is another crucial component of the safety management system. Every day, sapper patrols engage in risk management practices that are integral to their safety. This includes daily hazard identification assessments, structured risk analyses, and the implementation of control measures that are regularly audited. The SI patrol system has proven particularly effective in facilitating rapid data acquisition on explosive threats, allowing sapper teams to make informed decisions and adapt their tactics as needed. This system is especially valuable in areas where extensive minefields have been deployed, ensuring both sapper and civilian safety. The lessons learned from recent incidents have driven significant improvements in safety protocols. For example, military authorities have prioritized enhanced communication systems, incorporating encrypted protocols and real-time threat updates to improve coordination between teams. Moreover, upgrades to protective gear and detection systems, along with the deployment of more advanced disposal tools, have greatly improved the safety and efficiency of EOD operations. Ongoing refinement of these procedures is critical to keeping pace with evolving threats in the field. Military commanders stress that safety management must be a systematic process rather than an incidental concern. To this end, specialized training programs have been developed to ensure that sapper teams remain highly skilled in problem-solving and motivated to adhere to the highest standards of safety. These programs also emphasize the importance of maintaining secure and efficient operations in the face of significant battlefield challenges. The effectiveness of these protocols is consistently assessed through structured evaluations, ensuring that safety management remains a priority in all sapper operations. By adhering to national and international standards, while also tailoring procedures to local conditions, the military ensures that sapper teams in Toretsk are not only effective in their missions but also protected from the numerous dangers they face daily in this high-risk environment. Support systems. In the conflict zones of eastern Ukraine, comprehensive support systems have become essential for addressing the multifaceted needs of injured military personnel. The International Medical Corps, for instance, has developed extensive networks that have already reached 1,184 injured soldiers and their families, offering integrated medical and psychological support services to help them recover. The medical infrastructure in these regions has seen remarkable advancements, particularly in the establishment of underground stabilization points that have become a critical part of frontline care. These facilities, initially set up using 6 and large steel bunkers, now provide treatment for over 100 patients simultaneously. Equipped with advanced medical technologies such as oxygen concentrators and ventilators, and protected by electronic warfare systems, these facilities also have alternative power and water sources. The total investment in this infrastructure, which exceeds 20 million hryvnias, underscores the military's commitment to supporting the health and recovery of injured personnel. Mental health services are increasingly recognized as vital, with veterans facing complex psychological challenges due to the nature of their injuries and experiences on the front lines. Through partnerships like that with the Superhuman Center, comprehensive mental health and psychosocial support services, MEPS, have been implemented. Programs such as peer support, creative therapy, and social worker consultations have been crucial in facilitating reintegration and emotional healing for hundreds of veterans. These initiatives have provided essential support to ensure veterans not only survive but thrive after their service. Financial support for injured personnel and their families has been structured into a 3-tier compensation system, offering financial assistance based on the severity of injuries. While the system provides significant benefits up to 3 million rubles for severe injuries, bureaucratic delays in processing claims have hindered timely support for some individuals. Nonetheless, the addition of social worker consultations and assistance with medical documentation has improved accessibility to services. Veterans like Valentina, who received assistance in updating her medical records and obtaining war-related injury certificates, have benefited from this expanded support network. Despite challenges such as the damage to 89 medical facilities which affected healthcare access for over 163,000 people in retaken areas, international partnerships have bolstered the support network. The collaboration between organizations like the Superhuman Center and local agencies has ensured that injured personnel continue to receive essential medical care and psychosocial support. These systems are constantly evolving, adapting to the growing needs of veterans, particularly in addressing the long-term effects of both physical and psychological trauma. Mental health professionals stress the importance of coordinated care to prevent issues like substance abuse, which can often arise as a result of the intense emotional and physical toll of conflict. The ongoing commitment to providing comprehensive medical, psychological, and financial support reflects the resilience of both the military and its network of partners. ensuring that injured personnel receive the care they need to rebuild their lives amidst the ongoing conflict. This dedication is central to the recovery and rehabilitation process, where the military has established a sophisticated network of medical facilities and specialized care programs. Recovery and rehabilitation. Since 2022, over 16,000 soldiers have received treatment through 13 rehabilitation centers, demonstrating the significant capacity to handle the complex demands of combat-related injuries. These centers, equipped with state-of-the-art medical technologies and staffed by trained professionals, are pivotal in addressing the immediate medical needs and long-term rehabilitation goals of injured service members. The seamless integration of medical, psychological, and social support ensures that personnel are not only physically healed but also supported emotionally and financially, helping them reintegrate into civilian life or return to active duty when possible. In this way, the continued investment in recovery and rehabilitation efforts underscores the military's unwavering resolve to ensure that its personnel receive the best care and are empowered to rebuild their lives in the face of adversity. The rehabilitation system is designed to help injured service members heal, rehabilitate, and reintegrate, either back to active duty or into civilian life. Each individual works with a dedicated triad of care team, consisting of a primary care physician, a nurse case manager, and a squad leader. Together, they coordinate comprehensive treatment plans that balance immediate medical needs with long-term rehabilitation goals. These teams ensure that soldiers receive the best possible care through innovative treatments and personalized support. Treatment at these centers includes a combination of immediate medical interventions and long-term rehabilitation strategies. The immediate care phase boasts a 98% survival rate within the first 48 hours, while the rehabilitation phase has an 80% success rate with a recovery timeline ranging from 1 to 6 months. For those returning to duty, the clearance rate during assessments is around 65%, with a transition period ranging from 3 to 12 months. The rehabilitation process involves not just physical recovery but also psychological and social support, ensuring a holistic approach to the soldier's well-being. The physical therapy programs at the rehabilitation centers utilize state-of-the-art equipment and specialized treatment areas to maximize recovery potential. These facilities include advanced medical devices like ceiling lifts for mobility training, Stabila platforms for balance correction, and virtual reality systems for rehabilitation exercises. Dedicated spaces for physical and occupational therapy, as well as adaptive sports facilities, are also integrated into the program. Staff members who have undergone extensive retraining to handle the unique challenges of combat-related injuries such as traumatic brain injuries and severe infections focus on direct access care to allow immediate evaluation and treatment without needing physician referrals. For service members aiming to return to duty, the process involves complex decision-making beyond physical recovery. The return to duty assessment incorporates both physical and cognitive evaluations through a simulation of dismounted operations, RADIOP, using immersive virtual reality. Based on the results, soldiers develop a comprehensive transition plan with personalized recovery goals. For those unable to return to full military duty, the system provides referrals to medical evaluation boards, physical evaluation board liaison officers, and VA military service coordinators to ensure ongoing support and guidance. Recent innovations in orthotics, such as the Intrepid dynamic exoskeletal orthosis, have shown remarkable results in helping soldiers preserve their limbs. This device, when combined with high-intensity, sports medicine-based rehabilitation programs, has enabled many soldiers to choose limb preservation over amputation. One study found that 8 out of 13 soldiers who initially sought amputation chose to keep their limbs after using this orthotic. Despite ongoing challenges, including the long-term costs associated with treating profound injuries, the rehabilitation system continues to evolve and improve. The rehabilitation centers not only focus on physical recovery, but also emphasize the psychological and social aspects of healing. Specialized warrior transition units have been implemented at major treatment facilities, where injured personnel can fully focus on their recovery while maintaining a military structure. These units offer intensive rehabilitation services while preserving the principles of teamwork and unit cohesion, which are crucial for the soldiers' overall recovery outcomes. In the face of immense challenges, the military's commitment to holistic rehabilitation exemplifies a profound dedication to its personnel. By providing world-class care and fostering resilience, this system not only improves recovery outcomes but also empowers injured service members to rebuild their futures, whether in uniform or civilian life. What other innovations do you think could further enhance support for those who have served?